Anyways, let's talk to Brad Perling. He's the co-founder and managing partner over at Bitfreighter. You ever do anything like that, Brad? You ever get freestyle in your four-wheeler or your truck anytime?
No, I haven't, but that looked pretty cool. I love how you guys have Bitfreight. We have koozies actually that have all of the misspellings of our company name because for whatever reason it is the hardest thing to get done correctly. Bitfreighter
Wait, where is it?
here.
I can't see that far from where I'm sitting. Where it says Bitfreighter on it?
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just what I can see. It just says Bitfreight, and I think it's just so funny because we just created a ton of koozies with like 6 or 7 different names of Bitfreight because, yeah, for whatever reason, it's one of the hardest names to say.
For me, it's one of the easier ones, though. Like, I'm good at the phonetic ones. I'm really bad at the ones that have some sort of like accent in them because I'm just going to read like whatever the word says, and people online will make fun of me. Well, people who don't know, you got all these beer koozies now. We've established the name. What is Bitfreighter if you've never heard of you guys?
Yeah. So Bitfreighter is integration enablement platform, and what we've done is allowed trucking companies and logistics companies to become integrated and with a more simple and affordable platform. So what we've allowed them to do is sign up and easily connect with their trading partners, whether it's via EDI or API. And there's the old analogy of what's better, EDI or API, and it really just depends on the situation.
Now, this isn't like freight isn't the kind of thing, especially this isn't the kind of thing like normal people are walking their dog and they're like, oh, I've got it. Eureka. I've got this idea. I'm going to work on integrations and automated bids for loads and stuff. Like, do you remember when you had this epiphany that you were going to start the company and why?
Yeah, good. Appreciate you asking. So I spent the last 13 years helping build 2 logistics companies and felt like every which way I turned, somebody was asking us to integrate with somebody, and it was never easy. Somebody asked you to integrate. It was, man, I don't know how I'm going to do that, and we'll get to that when we can. And felt like there was a big pain point in our industry where we really needed to help tackle that. And when we launched the company in 2020 with my co-founder, Brendan Joyce, who spent the last 20 years working on deep integrations, the last 8 years on a big pharmaceutical enterprise company that did integrations for the pharmaceutical space. And we really applied our knowledge base and combined our expertise in logistics and deep integrations to create this integration platform. But really what happened is that there was really nothing that really solved the integration space specifically that allowed you to scale in just for freight companies. So really being able to do that and do it well and from an affordable standpoint is what really checked all the boxes. And I felt like, hey, somebody's got to do this. And it was ripe for the taking, and really helping execute on that was Brandon, who spent the first 8 months building the software.
Well, I'm looking at your website, and it says scale your shipper integrations 10 times with unlimited messaging. Stop losing revenue. How does that stop? How does that help me stop losing revenue? What's some good strategy, and how does this all work?
Yeah, so when we launched the company, we launched the idea of unlimited messaging, and from there, a lot more came with that automation and value added features. But to stop losing revenue means that you have to stop paying per transaction.
Mm.
What we allow you to do is sign up for each trading partner. And we have basically 2 types of clients that are either spending thousands of dollars on high volume trading partners because they have to be integrated, part of their compliancy. And they switch to us, and they're saving thousands of dollars a month because it's unlimited messaging. And then we have the other client that are, 200 million to $1 billion trucking or logistics companies that maybe only picked and choose which integrations they wanted because it was so expensive. And when they move to us, they take 2 or 3 or 4 trading partners and scale to 50 trading partners because they are able to connect with unlimited messaging. And so what that allows them to do is when you win a big contract, they can they can really scale the volume with a shipper without the fear of increased pricing.
Interesting. So, what goes into automated load lifecycle shipper integrations? I saw something about like automated load bidding and things like that.
Yeah, great question. So we solve four problems with the shipper. Brokers can now automate their entire life cycle of a load with a shipper by doing four things: quoting, tendering, updates, and invoicing. And so our platform allows you to do basically two things. We have two offerings: managed EDI and load accept, which is the part of the EDI platform. And then we also have live quote. And based on our core foundational values, everything is unlimited. So unlimited quotes, unlimited messaging. We believe to scale a logistics company and scale a trucking company, you cannot be held down by transactional cost.
Excellent. Well, where do they go to learn more?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can check out bitfreighter.com to learn a little bit more. And what I would challenge everybody to think about is, what are your hurdles to integrate, and what are your transactional costs looking like today? And if you say, if people come to you and say, hey, I want to add this shipper, and the answer is no, you are costing yourself money because you can't provide efficiencies within your network because you're making a financial decision over an efficiency play. And what we've done is kind of turned it upside down, allowed companies to scale by creating these integrations with unlimited messaging.
Excellent. And before I let you go, favorite trucking movie?
I think Convoy. I mean, I know it's an
Ooh.
old one, but it's one of the best.
All right. Now we've had Smoking the Bandit, Joyride, Convoy, and Maximum Overdrive. All right. Pretty well rounded selections out of you four so far. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's great meeting you, Brad.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.